Hey guys, so I just managed to finally find a no Tranq strategy that is reliable for this room, where the Ocelot unit shows up. So the first thing we're going to do is press against this wall, and as soon as you hear that move, you want to punch this wall until you hear 10 whats from the guards outside. What that is every time you make a guard say what 3 times, they're going to run to that position instead of walk to it. So that will ensure that they get here before the clearing team does. And that will mess with the clearing team's AI, and all 6 of them will gather right here. Once you hear there's nothing here, throw that flashbang, and if you're lucky, you'll knock out all 6 of them like I did. If not, you can just throw a second flashbang and you'll basically be good. So then dive out of this window. Hopefully you broke it beforehand. And you want to make sure that this guy over there in the corner of the screen, don't know if you can see him, you want to make sure he didn't see you. And the sniper on this roof, there is ways to manipulate where he goes, but I don't know how to do them, and I'm sure you don't either. Sometimes he'll be on top of this ladder, and that's what we're waiting for. If this guy does see you, what you can do is just go around here and wait for him to return to his post. So that sniper should be up here before too long. And it's worth pointing out now that I actually forgot to grab the smoke grenades when I needed them. So this strategy will accommodate for that. So you can see his sniper rifle on the top of the frame there. And basically we're just going to wait for that to move. And as soon as it does, we're going to climb this ladder and D-pad walk towards him. And don't worry, this guard over here on the left side will not see you doing this. And make sure you got plenty of time since he's just only gotten to his post now, so just D-pad walk, don't even push it. And CQC slam him. Make sure you don't punch kick, because then you run the risk of knocking him off and killing him from the fall damage. So we're going to equip our thermal goggles, or just use good eyesight, and when this guy's looking at us, which he just is now, but just for a moment I'll wait. As soon as this guy looks, we're going to drop down. And make sure you don't do a dive off, because then you're not going to land right by the side, and that can mess with where he shows up. And we need him to be right on the ground, immediately next to this building, so we can drop down on him with ease. So we're just going to wait for him to get over here. And depending on where you drop down, he'll move with different routes to different positions, but he will always end up directly next to the roof, which means we can just give him one of those, and he's out cold. So now we have 2 more left. We can do a dive over this, and crawl under here. Go to the right of this pillar, and try and stay generally on the right side, because right next to those crates behind that brick wall is a guard. And you don't want to go too far to the right, because then the guard on the right side will see you. So just come up here and knock on this wall. And use your D-pad for this. So holding your D-pad, press up against this wall. You'll see why in a moment. As soon as he confirms nobody's there, he's going to walk away with his back turned. And we're going to CQC slam him. And again, you got to make sure you're D-pad walking during that. Since we were in evasion mode, he will instantly be alerted to your footsteps, and you won't have time to do a normal, just sprinting up CQC slam. So then just run around here, being wary of that last guard. And we're going to go ahead and grab the smoke grenades since I forgot them, but you can skip this if you already have them, naturally. And the reason he walked sidestepping with his back completely turned to me is because on this screen in particular, the guards, once they check a location after suspicion and confirm that you're not there, they will always return to their position with their weapon facing Sokolov's room, because that's where they assume Snake is. So we're going to go prone here, because these guards have very good sight. See, he even caught it with me just then, although it wasn't enough for him to investigate, so he'll still be at a spot. And these barrels here are interesting. We can clearly see over it, but the guards actually can't. So we're gonna go into our backpack and pull out that smoke grenade we picked up. And now, since we don't actually have the crock cap, we're gonna take out our M19 We're going to use that to aim directly at his head with the sights. And then it's just equip the smoke bomb, move way up, and you want to really hit the square button or hold down the other button for a really long time. See, there, I did not hold it long enough. Doesn't matter, just gotta mash it really hard. Okay. Really gotta throttle the button. But now we have smoke on him. You can do that in one grenade, I've done it plenty of times, but I just messed it up there, it's all the same. And CQC slam him. While we can clearly see through that smoke, the guards cannot. And just like that, you're done. And ideally, it only costs you one smoke grenade and one flash grenade.